Russell here, dog walking author. Have both the pups here with me today. Just read a recent review for Relentless Blades that was overall positive, but the reviewer did mention that my book has several anachronisms that reduced his immersion and made him not like the story quite as much. Unfortunately for me, he didn't say what those were, so I can only speculate. I do know that I use the word okay in that book, which I know can be a bugaboo for a lot of fantasy readers because they would say, you don't use the word okay in medieval times. And I get that. Although I have had some people say they were fine with it because my book is more high fantasy, not really like grounded, gritty, realistic fantasy like, say, Game of Thrones, for example. So I know that each person has a different interpretation. And that got me thinking, what are some things that break immersion for you, particularly in fantasy and sci-fi, things that would lessen your enjoyment of a book? For me, I'm pretty open. I give the authors a lot of leeway when it comes to that because for me, I understand these books don't take place in our world, no matter how similar they may be. Most of the time, they're in other worlds. There's things like gods and magic and dragons, and in sci-fi you have AI and cyborgs and jump into hyperspace and all this stuff that is different than our world. So for me, it takes a lot to really break the immersion, unless the author breaks their own rules. Like maybe if George R. Martin suddenly in book 3 decided to introduce flintlocks and stuff into his setting where they had never mentioned that before, that might break my immersion. Or if it's a contemporary book and the author is referencing some event that clearly didn't happen in that time frame, then yeah, that's probably going to break my immersion. But, like I said, I'm pretty open to it, but I'm curious for you. What are things in fantasy and sci-fi that'll really just break your immersion? Anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. Have a great one, everyone. Take care.